Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about one of my most favorite experiments, and that is artificial intelligence, or what used to be known in my career as knowledge bases. For the last month or so, I've been involved in writing a Discord bot to help moderate my server. But I wanted to take a different point of view and a different approach to using AI. We can't avoid AI being used in daily life. It's simply there. But I wanted to show how it could be used in a meaningful way that isn't obnoxious the way having computers on phones became. Now when you call it business, you end up with press 1 for this, press 2 for that, and it's just absolutely infuriating that you can't get to someone when you need help with a specific issue. AI is going to become another plague in the same regard, and it's only a matter of time before they put this thing on telephones. So in my research and my experiment, I wanted the ability to actually show that AI could be used in a meaningful and fun way. So on my Discord server, I created a small area with 3 different personalities where I could show how AI can actually be used to emulate human emotion, empathy, dialect, all the things that we come to expect out of being, quote, a human. A lot of this research is actually ongoing worldwide, particularly when you look at Japanese culture and their introduction to AI-based robots into their society. Much of what they are dealing with is the same issues I am addressing here. So this isn't a really new field. My approach is just a new way of looking at it. A way where I combine 30-year-old technology of knowledge bases with modern language models to try to create the best of both worlds. A usable system that stays on topic and doesn't absolutely piss off the poor individual on the other end of it. And I can speak from personal experience. I hate computers on the phone. I hate them with a passion. And so this is really my driving force for this project. Discord is an interesting way of testing it because I can get direct interactions with other humans. And I can actually watch those interactions and modify the bots and the personalities appropriate to performing better, to being more valuable, to being more of a contribution to the server, particularly for moderation. If you own a Discord server or have run a forum or anything where you deal with moderation, then you know how difficult of a process it can be. Having some kind of a moderation mechanism that can actually use AI in a meaningful way is really a game changer for small servers that can't afford to hire moderators. So this has a lot of different vantage points that I really want to explore. There is, of course, always the darker side of everything, and we are going to talk about that as well. So let's start with getting out one of the most very basic fundamental issues across the board for every single Discord server. And that is, Discord itself monitors everything. It's just the way it is, and you agreed to it when you signed up for it. It's part of their terms of service. It's part of their acceptable use procedures, so forth. Now, when you sign up to a Discord server specifically, you also have agreed that that server can monitor and record all of your activity on it as well. and that is done by any Discord bot connected to the server, no matter who or what it is. Me6, Dino, any bot that connects to the server can monitor every single channel and every single interaction. The only thing a user-driven bot, something I've created, for example, cannot monitor is your DMs or direct messages. However, Discord does monitor your direct messages. So you have to understand, technically speaking, you have no privacy on Discord, or for that matter, any other platform out there. It doesn't exist. So that being said, and that being made very clear, like every other bot out there, my bot does in fact watch messages. It records messages, and it uses those messages to help respond in a meaningful way, and so that I can see whether or not things are working the way they should and make corrections. I'm telling you openly what nobody else wants you to know. Your text on Discord, your images, whatever, are being saved and recorded. It is the way it is. That being said, how it gets used is important. In my case, it's part of providing a quality of service to you as a visitor to my server, where the bot can develop a conversation with you by remembering what you've said previously. So there's a lot of different things that need to be addressed in this issue. And one of those is because of the various terms of services that Discord has in play. All of my AI channels are restricted by age. Even though my server has absolutely nothing to do with adult content. Nonetheless, you have to be at least 18 to use these channels. And we're going to cover why in just a few seconds. This is really the way it needs to be for safety. And there's two reasons for that. First is ChatGPT 2. The unholy, unrighteous, hellspawn nightmare. ChatGPT 2. It became such an abomination that OpenAI refused to make it available to the public. It was a total and complete nightmare that really just went every which way wrong that wrong could go. And that is a real big problem. And we're going to cover part of that in the second issue, which came from Discord itself, in relation to the Clyde bot. Clyde was a Discord AI bot that, like ChatGPT-2, went horribly wrong. Horribly wrong to the point of telling you how to make your own napalm, pipe bombs, and commit assassinations. Yes, you heard that correct. These are well-documented events, and all of which would get a server completely melted by Discord's policies. Because this is in the research stage, I don't want to take any chances of minors getting this kind of content. So everything is age restricted for that kind of a purpose. Now, if they do manage to get a hold of it through the internet, and likely those that are hell-bent on doing so are going to find a way, I've at least made an effort to try to protect my server and people that want to do the right thing. But between Clyde and ChatGPT-2, special care needs to be handled with this kind of content. Now, the personalities I've chosen are just that: unique, whimsical, funny, or historical personalities. I wanted a way of being able to play with the human condition and specifically play on the human condition in terms of the AI and in terms of how that AI interacts with the users of the server. Now, I will post a link below to the server so you can join in, try it out, check it out, test it, help me build on it, help me find problems with it and correct it. One of the biggest things here is we can't avoid AI. It's been in the market for 30 years or more. It just wasn't called AI. It was relegated to esoteric academics through knowledge bases, natural language processing, or some other long-winded terms. But it's a technology that is really very old and very new. The concept is very old, but technology continues to evolve constantly. So with that being said, let's try to make this become better than the hellspawn nightmares of what computers are on the phone systems now. If we're going to use it, let's at least make it fun to use, or cordial to use, or something that just doesn't want to make you throw your computer out the window. So join me. Subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up and a like if you like this kind of content, because I do want to talk about a lot of this content and share the source code for it. So let's go further into the conversations of AI and how much the human condition really is in terms of my line of work. When you do log into the server, you'll find out that I talk about trading. And AI is used in trading quite a bit. The biggest problem I find with AI in trading is that it's being used the wrong way. AI is about studying patterns, particularly studying words. When you deal with a number, it's much more difficult, if not impossible, to analyze a number that has 8 digits behind a decimal point and look for patterns. You can do averages, you can do standard deviations, you can do means, you can do all sorts of fancy statistical stuff. But in the end of the day, trying to use AI to predict numbers is like fool's gold. But trying to use AI to predict human emotion is actually very successful. It is something that AI does incredibly well. So that really is one of my underlying themes with my own research. By understanding human emotion in trading through these tools and providing something that's fun to interact with, I can gain a better understanding of the market. I can gain a better understanding of the commodities and whether or not prices are likely to go up or go down, not because of the market, but because of the humans in the market. So from that standpoint, this research has multiple layers and multiple levels, where I draw from my 43 years of being a programmer, looking at the market, the program, and just how the human being actually fits into the whole process. Now, this is for the purpose of automated algorithmic trading. That is a machine buying and selling on your behalf. It will never have the clarity of the human mind. It will never be capable of processing all of the information that the human brain can process just by looking at a chart. But it will be capable of understanding enough to point you in the right direction. And that really is what I hope to gain, is a better understanding of which way the market might move. So join me in this adventure. Check out the link to the open source project. Help it grow. It is open source. You see the source code, and you see it running on my server, and that link will also be below. Let me know what you think. Have you had AI impact your life already? Do you use it in your life? Does it help you make things better? Or does it provide a way of giving you more access to resources that you didn't have previously? Share your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and until next time.